You stood up too quickly and your knee almost buckled. You brushed it off. Climbing the stairs, your thighs burned after just a few steps. I'm just tired, you thought. You noticed your legs feel weaker when getting out of the car, slower, shakier. It keeps happening, and you're not even that old. But here's the truth. Your legs are often the first part of your body to show signs that something deeper is wrong. It starts subtle. A small loss of balance, a drop in stamina. Muscles that used to bounce back now stay sore for days. This isn't just aging. It could be inflammation, nutrient deficiency, or early sarcopenia, the silent muscle loss that begins as early as your 30s. And if you're ignoring it now, you could be setting yourself up for a fall, literally and metaphorically, in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. Why the legs first? Because they carry your weight. They burn the most energy. And when they weaken, everything else follows. Your mobility, your independence, even your heart health. The good news? There are 6 specific foods backed by science that can help you fight muscle loss, reduce inflammation, and restore leg strength, starting today. But before we get to them, we need to understand what's really going on when your legs start to fail you, and what you can do to stop it before it's too late. If this caught your attention, subscribe to the channel and comment below. Have you ever ignored a symptom like this? Let's keep going. You might think weak legs are just a part of getting older, but age isn't the main enemy. Inactivity, inflammation, and nutrition gaps are the real culprits. Let's break this down. Problem: you're losing muscle without even noticing. The average person starts losing muscle mass after age 30, about 3 to 8% per decade, and the legs are hit first. Why? Because they carry the biggest muscle groups. Your quads, hamstrings, and glutes are massive calorie burners. But when you sit too long, don't challenge them or feed them poorly, they shrink. Quietly. This slow muscle wasting is called sarcopenia, and it doesn't just make you weaker. It's linked to insulin resistance, falls, and even early death. And here's what makes it dangerous. Most people don't realize it's happening until they've already lost up to 15% of their leg strength. Risk: inflammation and poor circulation. Your legs are also at the mercy of your blood flow. If you eat a typical high-sugar, high-salt American diet, your arteries stiffen, circulation slows, and nutrients can't even reach your muscles properly. The result? Chronic inflammation, poor oxygen delivery, muscles that starve, shrink, and struggle to recover. And let's not forget vitamin and mineral deficiencies, especially vitamin D, magnesium, and potassium, which are all critical to muscle function. Solution: your diet is your first defense. The legs need fuel, not just calories, micronutrients, amino acids, and anti-inflammatory compounds that help them recover, rebuild, and thrive. Here's the good news. You don't need expensive supplements or intense workouts. Just 6 simple, affordable foods, when added consistently, can slow or even reverse this loss. In the next chapter, we'll dive into Food 1, a powerhouse leg protector you're probably overlooking every week at the store. It's pink, fatty, and often forgotten in favor of cheaper proteins. But if you want to protect your leg strength, salmon needs a place on your plate. Problem: chronic inflammation is stealing your strength. Inflammation doesn't just cause joint pain, it destroys muscle tissue over time. When your body is in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, thanks to sugar, processed foods, stress, or even lack of sleep, your muscles, especially in the legs, stop rebuilding efficiently. The result? Weakness, sluggish recovery, that heavy, tired leg feeling after simple activities. Risk: most Americans are deficient in omega-3s. According to research, over 70% of U.S. adults don't get enough omega-3 fatty acids, the key nutrient found in fatty fish like salmon. That's a major issue, because omega-3s have been shown to reduce inflammation, boost muscle protein synthesis, improve blood flow to muscles. In one study, older adults who consumed omega-3s saw increased muscle volume and strength, without changing their exercise routine. That's the power of giving your muscles what they actually need to grow. Solution: add salmon twice a week, A 4 to 6 ounce serving of wild-caught salmon twice a week delivers a potent dose of EPA and DHA, the two omega-3s your muscles crave. Not a fan of salmon? Other fatty fish like sardines, mackerel, or even trout carry similar benefits. Pro tip: bake it with turmeric and olive oil for an extra anti-inflammatory boost. And if fresh fish isn't in your budget, canned wild salmon is a solid, affordable alternative with the same benefits. It's cheap, easy to find, and often pushed to the side of the plate. But if your legs feel weak, heavy, or cramp easily, spinach might be exactly what you're missing. Problem: mineral deficiencies are draining your muscle function. Your legs aren't just made of muscle, they're powered by electrolytes like magnesium and potassium. These minerals keep your muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly. If you're low, you might feel cramping at night, twitching or trembling muscles, muscle fatigue after light activity. And here's the kicker: up to 50% of Americans are magnesium deficient, and potassium intake is even lower than recommended for most adults. That's a direct hit to leg health. Risk: cramping could be a warning sign. When you get sudden leg cramps or that feeling like your calves are seizing up, it's not random. It's a signal that your muscles are struggling to keep their electrical balance. And over time, this imbalance leads to stiffness, tightness, and even minor injuries during basic movement. Solution: eat a cup of cooked spinach daily. 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you 157 milligrams of magnesium, 839 milligrams of potassium iron to help oxygenate your muscle tissue, vitamin K to support blood flow. That's an incredible nutrient package for something that costs under $1 a serving. Pro tip: lightly saute spinach in olive oil with garlic and lemon to increase absorption and make it taste amazing. Add it to scrambled eggs, soups, or blend it into smoothies. Raw is fine, but cooked spinach delivers more concentrated nutrients. You probably walk right past them at the grocery store. But if your legs feel tight, tired, or slow to recover, these little green seeds could be a game changer. Problem: your muscles are starving for micronutrients. You may be eating enough protein, but without key micronutrients, your leg muscles can't rebuild or fire properly. One of the most important: magnesium. It plays a vital role in muscle contraction and relaxation, energy production, preventing cramps and spasms. And guess what? Pumpkin seeds, or pepitas, are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium on the planet. Risk: muscle weakness. Maybe a magnesium warning. If your legs feel unusually fatigued during a walk, if you've been waking up with tense calves, if you're stretching more but still feel tight, it might not be your workout routine. It could be that your nervous system and muscles are underfueled. Without enough magnesium, your body triggers stress hormones and your muscles literally can't relax between contractions. Solution: snack on 1-2 tablespoons daily. Just 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds contain 168 milligrams of magnesium, over 40% of daily needs, 8 grams of protein zinc, which aids in tissue repair and immune support. They're also loaded with antioxidants, fighting off the oxidative stress that leads to faster muscle breakdown. Pro tip: eat them raw or dry roasted. Skip the salted versions. Add them to oatmeal, smoothies, or yogurt bowls, or keep a small container in your bag for an afternoon pick-me-up that feeds your legs. They're warm, comforting, and often reserved for the holidays. But sweet potatoes are one of the most powerful leg-friendly carbs you can eat, especially if your legs feel weak or tired during the day. Problem: your legs are running on empty. Many people trying to eat clean or lose weight cut carbs drastically. But here's the problem: your leg muscles thrive on glucose, especially complex, slow-burning carbs like those found in sweet potatoes. When you're low on clean energy, your legs feel sluggish during walks or workouts, heavy when climbing stairs, less coordinated during balance activities, and long-term low-carb diets can contribute to muscle breakdown, especially in the legs. Risk: poor carb choices, inflammation and fatigue. Processed carbs, like white bread, pastries, or sugary cereals, spike your blood sugar, then crash it. That roller coaster causes inflammation, drains energy, and inhibits muscle recovery. Sweet potatoes are the opposite. They're rich in complex carbohydrates that fuel long-term activity, beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant, potassium, to reduce cramping and regulate muscle contractions, fiber, which supports digestion, and nutrient absorption. Solution: add 1/2 to 1 cup, several times a week. One medium sweet potato gives you over 400% of your daily vitamin A needs 26 grams of complex carbs, 540 milligrams of potassium. More than a banana! Pro tip: roast them with olive oil and a dash of cinnamon to stabilize blood sugar and add anti-inflammatory benefits. They make a perfect side dish post-exercise to rebuild muscle glycogen and promote faster leg recovery. It's creamy, convenient, and often considered just a breakfast food. But Greek yogurt is one of the most underrated muscle recovery tools, especially when it comes to keeping your legs strong, stable, and pain-free. Problem: poor gut health. Poor nutrient absorption. Even if you're eating the right foods, it won't matter if your gut can't absorb the nutrients. And when your microbiome is out of balance, often due to antibiotics, stress, or processed foods, your body can't properly absorb calcium, essential for muscle contractions, protein, needed for muscle repair, B vitamins, which power every movement you make. Leg weakness, cramps, and even joint pain can be traced back to this gut-muscle disconnect. Risk: protein deficiency in disguise. Many people think they're eating enough protein, but the quality and digestibility matter just as much. Greek yogurt contains complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and build leg muscle. And it gets better. It's packed with probiotics that support gut health, which in turn improves inflammation control, nutrient absorption, and muscle function. Solution: make Greek yogurt a daily habit. 1 6-ounce serving of plain Greek yogurt contains 15–20 grams of high-quality protein, calcium, and potassium for nerve muscle signaling, live probiotics to strengthen digestion and reduce inflammation. Pro tip: choose plain unsweetened versions. Add berries, cinnamon, or a drizzle of honey for natural sweetness. And for a leg-repairing recovery snack, pair it with a handful of pumpkin seeds or walnuts. Now get ready. Food 6 is coming up in the final chapter. It's not fancy, not expensive, but it's a muscle-healing, circulation-boosting powerhouse that most Americans completely overlook. They stain your fingers. They have an earthy taste. But if you want to walk longer, climb stronger, and protect your leg muscles from aging, beets might be the missing link. Problem: poor blood flow starves your leg muscles. Your legs are the furthest point from your heart, which means they suffer first when your circulation isn't optimal. Over time, this leads to slower recovery after exercise, cold feet and toes, fatigue when walking or standing too long, even increased risk of blood clots or neuropathy. And if you already have high blood pressure, prediabetes, or cholesterol issues, you're at even higher risk. Risk: low nitric oxide, weak performance beets, are one of nature's richest sources of nitrates, compounds that convert into nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide helps dilate blood vessels, improving oxygen and nutrient delivery directly to your leg muscles. Studies show that beet juice or cooked beets can improve walking distance, leg stamina, and exercise efficiency, especially in older adults. It's not hype, it's circulation science. Solution: add beets to your weekly routine. Just 1–2 cup of cooked beets or 1 small glass of beet juice a few times a week can improve lower body endurance, boost oxygen delivery, speed recovery, and reduce muscle soreness. Pro tip: roast fresh beets with olive oil and garlic, or blend cooked beets into smoothies with berries and Greek yogurt. For a quicker option, look for 100% beet juice with no added sugar. Just check the label. Final takeaway: don't wait until you fall. Your legs aren't just for walking, they're your foundation. When they weaken, your health unravels. But when you feed them well, you preserve balance, strength, mobility, and your independence for decades to come. These 6 foods aren't trends. They're science-backed tools you can start using today to take back control of your lower body strength. Now it's your turn. Which of these foods are already in your routine, and which ones are you adding this week? Comment below. And if this video helped you, subscribe and share it with someone whose legs deserve better. Stay strong, stay steady, and we'll see you in the next one. You've added the right foods to your plate, but if your legs still feel unstable, painful, or weak, there's something else at play. Because the truth is, no food, no matter how powerful, can fully protect your legs if your daily habits are tearing them down. In this final chapter, we go beyond nutrition and into the essential daily strategies you need to preserve, rebuild, and future-proof your leg strength. Problem 1. Sitting too long is the new smoking. Let's start with the biggest threat that most people overlook: inactivity. You might hit the gym 3 times a week, but if you're sitting 8+ hours a day, you're still damaging your leg strength. When you sit, your glutes and hamstrings deactivate. Blood flow to your legs slows, muscle tension builds up. Your hip flexors shorten, throwing off balance and posture. This silent attack on your lower body is called gluteal amnesia or dead butt syndrome. It weakens your entire kinetic chain from your hips to your knees to your ankles. Habit shift, micro movements every hour. Start setting a timer every 50-60 minutes. When it goes off, stand up. Do 15 bodyweight squats or 30 seconds of calf raises. Walk around your home, office, or space for 2 to 3 minutes. Stretch your hip flexors or hamstrings briefly. Just 3 to 5 minutes of movement per hour can reverse the muscular shutdown caused by prolonged sitting. Bonus, your circulation improves, and the nutrients from all the foods we've discussed can actually reach your leg muscles. Problem 2. Poor sleep sabotages muscle recovery. You might think sleep is just for rest, but it's also when your body releases growth hormone, repairs tissue, and balances inflammation, all critical for leg strength. If you're sleeping fewer than 7 hours a night, you're putting your lower body at risk. Studies show that sleep-deprived individuals lose more muscle mass during periods of stress or injury, experience slower recovery after exercise, have higher levels of cortisol, which breaks down muscle habit shift. Build a muscle repair sleep ritual. Stop eating heavy meals 2 hours before bed. Avoid screens for 30-60 minutes before sleep. Blue light disrupts melatonin. Keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. Go to bed and wake up at consistent times, even on weekends. Pro tip: a high-protein bedtime snack, like Greek yogurt or a boiled egg, can support overnight muscle repair. Problem 3. You're missing the right type of exercise. Many people walk or bike for cardio, and that's great for the heart. But if you're not resisting gravity, you're not challenging your legs enough to grow. Here's the deal: your leg muscles need progressive overload. That means regular, gradually increasing resistance, not just movement but strength training. And no, you don't need a gym membership or heavy weights. Habit shift. Strength train your legs twice a week. Focus on compound lower body movements that target multiple muscles at once. Bodyweight squats, lunges, forward, reverse, side. Step-ups on a sturdy platform, glute bridges, wall sits. Start with 2 sets of 10-15 reps, using your body weight. Progress by adding resistance bands, holding water bottles or dumbbells, increasing reps or sets gradually. This builds real, functional strength that supports balance, mobility, and endurance, especially as you age. Pro tip: don't ignore your calves. Calf raises help prevent falls and improve circulation in the lower legs. Problem 4. Chronic stress weakens your legs. You might not connect stress to leg strength, but the science is clear. Chronic stress increases cortisol, and cortisol breaks down muscle, especially in the legs and trunk. Not to mention, high stress leads to poor sleep, emotional eating, lack of motivation to move, higher inflammation levels. It becomes a vicious cycle. Stress leads to inactivity and muscle loss, which leads to more stress. Habit shift. Build a daily stress buffer. Even just 10 minutes a day of intentional relaxation can reset your cortisol levels and protect your muscle health. Practice deep breathing, 4 to 7-8 technique. Go for a walk in nature. Journal. Listen to calming music. Meditate or stretch gently before bed. These aren't luxury activities, they're protective health strategies that preserve both your mental state and your muscle mass. Problem 5. Dehydration impacts muscle function. Think of your leg muscles like a sponge. Without enough water, they dry out, tighten up, and become more prone to cramping, fatigue, and injury. Yet, most adults in the US walk around in a mild state of dehydration daily. Habit shift. Prioritize hydration strategically. Start your morning with 16 to 20 oz of water. Drink consistently throughout the day, not just when thirsty. Add electrolytes if you sweat a lot, especially after exercise. Eat water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, and watermelon. Pro tip: dehydration is often mistaken for fatigue. If your legs feel heavy midday, try a glass of water before reaching for caffeine. Final word: build a leg-protecting lifestyle, not just a diet. Now you know the foods, you know the risks, but the real power lies in the habits that support those choices. Because real leg strength, the kind that keeps you walking strong into your 70s, 80s, even 90s, isn't built in a day. It's built daily. So starting now, stand more, sleep deeply. Lift something, breathe with intention. Drink up and eat with purpose. Your legs aren't just limbs, they're your freedom. Protect them like your future depends on it, because it does.